What does the average Northern Virginia home inspection cost? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today, and here's the rundown. Hey everyone, I'm Darren Robertson, Realtor in Northern Virginia with Samson Properties and Robertson Residential Group. If this is your first time here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I post new videos every week, and you don't want to miss anything. So what does the average Northern Virginia home inspection cost? Your inspection cost will depend on a few things: the size of the home, the location of the home, the experience of the inspector, and the type of the home. We're going to cover the costs of multiple different types of home inspections in this video. Here are the top 7 things for you to know. For a regular home inspection, the cost will be around $350 to $500 for a condo, depending on the size. About $450 to $600 for a townhome, again, depending on the size. And about $500 to $700 for a single-family detached home, again, depending on the size. Prices do vary a lot depending on the size. So these are just ballpark figures for most condos, townhomes, and single-family detached homes in Northern Virginia. If you're getting a radon test, the fee is usually around $100 to $150, and you can hire the inspector who's doing your home inspection to go ahead and test for radon for you. If you have a radon contingency in your contract, this is usually the best way to go. If radon mitigation is necessary, it's about a $900 to $1,100 job in Northern Virginia. If there's no radon testing contingency in the contract, you can always get your own radon testing kit from Home Depot or another hardware store and go ahead and test on your own later. What if the home you're buying has a septic system? Well, you'll definitely want to get a septic inspection. Now, there are a few different types of septic inspections, but the only one that's really worth it is a full excavated septic inspection. And those usually cost somewhere between $700 to $900. It's a lot of money, but it's worth every penny. The reason it's so expensive is they dig down into the ground and they locate the septic tank. They fully inspect the condition of it, and they let you know what work needs to be done, if any, to bring the septic system up to the health department's standards. And you know after the inspection the true condition of the septic system. Walkover inspections and things like that, they're just locating the tank, they're locating different parts of the septic field. Really doesn't accomplish much, doesn't give you a good idea of the actual condition of the septic system. You need to know whether there are any repairs that are necessary and whether or not the septic system, worst case, needs to be actually fully replaced. We've had situations where our buyer clients have gotten the entire septic system replaced by the seller just because the septic system was in such bad shape, and they wouldn't have known that unless they'd done a full excavated septic inspection. If your home has a well, you'll definitely want to get a well inspection. Now, those usually cost somewhere between $200 and $300, and you'll also want to get a well water potability test, and those usually cost between $200 and $300 as well. Now, in Northern Virginia, it's common for the buyer to pay for the actual well inspection, and it's common for the seller to pay for the well water potability test. So just keep in mind, for all these inspections, the buyer is expected to do their own due diligence and to pay for these types of inspections. The water potability test for a well, that's a different thing, and it's usually standard procedure for the seller to pay for that in a contract. And of course, all these things need to be stipulated in the contract in terms of who's paying for what. If your home has a chimney, you very well might want to get a chimney inspection. And there are a couple different types of chimney inspections that you can get. One is just a visual inspection by a chimney specialist. They peek into the chimney as far as they can, both from the bottom of the chimney, into the fireplace, and also when they're up on the roof looking down into the chimney. Those are good. They can reveal a lot of information. However, you might want to get what's called a level 2 chimney inspection, which is a video chimney inspection, where they stick a probe with a video camera into the chimney, and they're able to get really close-up photography and close-up video of the true condition of the masonry inside the chimney, if it's a masonry chimney. Keep in mind, there are a lot of older homes in Northern Virginia, so a lot of homes built in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. You'll find a lot of masonry chimneys in these older homes, and a lot of times masonry chimneys do need work. So whether that's a new chimney liner or some repointing of mortar or putting a new chimney cap on, it can totally vary chimney to chimney. Now keep in mind, the person who's going to be doing the chimney inspection is a chimney contractor usually. So chimney contractors, they want work, and they want to quote you on what work will cost. So it's just important to get multiple different quotes anytime you're getting a quote from a chimney contractor, because the quotes can really vary a lot depending on who you're talking to. Depending on what your home inspector says about the HVAC system in the home that you're purchasing, you might want to get an extra HVAC inspection. So the people who will usually do this type of inspection are HVAC contractors. They'll come in, they'll perform tests on the HVAC system, and they'll see how it's functioning. Now, just like chimney inspections, keep in mind that the people who will be doing these inspections, they want work and they will be quoting you on work that they think is necessary. So it's just important that you get, again, several quotes. Those quotes can vary a lot depending on the HVAC contractor that you're talking to. The bottom line is that anytime you're getting a contractor to inspect a system in a home that you're purchasing, you have to take whatever they say with a grain of salt, because they do want that work. And so you might need to get a second opinion, a third opinion. It just depends, but you just need to know that you might need to get multiple quotes before you really have a good idea of what you need to do to the system that's in question. So if the home you're buying is a long way away from the home inspector, they might assess an extra charge, and that extra charge could be anywhere from $25 to $100. So now you know the average Northern Virginia home inspection cost. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you're buying your first home, be sure to let me know in the comments section. I'd love to hear from you. And if this is your first time, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We post new videos every week, and you don't want to miss anything. Also, be sure to check out this video right here on the top 7 tips on finding the right Northern Virginia real estate agent.